Hi, I'm Becky Lodge from Startup Disruptors, the startup and small business community that helps you to start a business from home and scale it up. Today, we're actually with Jarvis Clothier, and we're talking about some top tips around social media comparison. So what does social media comparison mean? Well, social media comparison is when you get your phone and you're scrolling through that feed and you're wondering how everybody else's lives look so totally wonderfully perfect, and how you're cocking things up and not achieving anything and overthinking and getting super anxious and really rather hating yourself. So Jarvis, what is your top tip of how to stem the negative tide of social media comparison?
Okay, well, I think I have two things on this subject. And the first is be aware of how you're feeling when you're using various social media apps. It really does creep in if you start comparing yourself to others. And what you'll start to feel is you're going on there and you're scrolling, you're doom scrolling for what seems like a few minutes, but could easily turn into a couple of hours. And if you're doing that and you realise that you're feeling tense, you're feeling a bit of dread, or if you're looking at various people and kind of hating them for their success, or wishing you could be like them and actually feeling very shameful about not being as good as other people, you need to recognise those feelings because they are really dangerous. Now, the part two of this tip is how to combat it. Now, the first thing is really you need to make sure that you understand that social media isn't a real place. It's where people make themselves look the best they possibly can all the time. And, it's marketing, whether it's somebody who is, a fitness guru, or somebody who does fashion and blogging, stylist stuff and makeup, or somebody who's running a business. All of them are marketing themselves for various purposes. And you've got to take everything you see with a pinch of salt. It can all be edited so easily. Now, personally, I don't really suffer from comparison, but I do get a little bit hooked on the doom scrolling. So for me, the important thing is to snooze the social media apps on my phone. So I have an iPhone and an Android, and both of them have areas where I can snooze apps and make them go dead for the whole day. So I don't get any notifications. My phone's not buzzing constantly, and it takes away the urge that I often used to get, which was, I'll just see what's happening on Facebook. I wonder if I've got any messages. I'll just check for a notification. Because often what you'll do is you won't have any notifications, but you'll still find yourself scrolling through and getting addicted and hooked on what people are up to. And actually, you'll find you see the same posts again and again. It's a huge waste of time and productivity. And the best thing you can do is get rid of those notifications and go and do something more productive, or just take a rest, because these things do your head in.
Yeah, I think that's a really good tip. I would say there's a couple of things there that you've picked up, and my top tip for managing yourself is to learn to manage this. So I would say limit your time. Don't actually look at it first thing in the morning and last thing at night when you're feeling exhausted and overwhelmed and stressed. Make sure that you've got a good sleep hygiene routine, so that you're cutting off all screens and all devices at least, I always say at least 3 hours, 4 hours before you go to bed, but definitely an hour before, because what phones are designed to do and social media apps are designed to do is make you stay on there longer. The other thing I would say is have a look at your screen time using the timing device on your phone. And a lot of people have always said to me, well, I only spend a couple of hours a day on social media, when actually the average for most people in the UK is about 5.7 hours a day. So you're probably using it unknowingly for an extra 2/3 of the time that you don't think that you're actually using it for. It's not productive. It's not the way to get sales. I'm sorry if anybody really does believe that Facebook like ladders are going to work. They just don't. I get fed up of seeing people wasting their time in Facebook groups doing Facebook like ladders and Instagram like ladders. It's just a lead generation tactic for other people just to farm you. Usually the person that's actually said, put up your Facebook page here, just so that they can just see if they can target you with their advertising or with their marketing or with their products. So yeah, please be aware that you're being marketed to all the time. It isn't reality, as Jarvis said, and just stay safe mentally with actually balancing off real life, which is actually kind of doing what Jarvis and I are doing now, or having a chat with somebody, or going out for a walk, or playing with your kids, or walking the dog, or doing something more productive as a human, because our brains are built old school style. We're still Neanderthals, and this actually pushes too much information to your brain. Your brain becomes overloaded and overwhelmed, and that can cause psychological problems and a lot of anxiety. So we care, we're here for you. Come and join us in the Startup Disruptors community, because we understand how stressful it is. We understand the isolation that you go through, and we're very proud today to have Jarvis join us on our top tip section. So thank you, Jarvis. Let us know how people can find you, please, my darling.
Find me on jarvisdogwhisperer.com. I'm on LinkedIn, Instagram and Facebook at Jarvis Dog Whisperer.
Lovely, thank you so much. And I'm Becky Lodge, founder of Startup Disruptors. You can find us on every social media platform imaginable. Join us on Facebook, on LinkedIn, Twitter and Instagram. And if you want to check out our packages, our memberships start from $19.99 a month online at startupdisruptors.co.uk. Thank you so much, Jarvis, for joining me again today. Really appreciate it. And take care, stay safe all, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye for now.